Hi, welcome to the Student Sitdown. I'm your host, Gavin Ferrington, and this is...
I'll go first. My name is Jack Wodke. I am a junior at Parkway High School. A couple things about me. I do debate, and I'm also a part of other forms of like student government and things like that. And then in terms of just my faith, I have been a Christian my entire life, but really the past 2 years really have been where I've reignited my flame for the Lord and really learned a lot more and grown as a Christian in general to help me actually learn how I'm supposed to be instead of being a bit more lukewarm.
Word. What about you?
My name is Preston Worrell. I go to Parkway as well. I'm also a junior. I work and I go to the gym. I do that.
He does.
And then I say with my faith, I'm about the same as Jack. I've been a Christian my whole life, but really this past year or so, I've been kind of biting down on all the good stuff.
Yeah. I already said it, but my name is Gavin Ferrington. I am a junior at Captain Shreve. I'm the odd man out here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I play sports. I play lacrosse. I actually just got back from a lacrosse trip. And just like these guys, I've also been a Christian my entire life. But I think the deciding factor for all of us is our youth pastor here. We got a new youth pastor, Jesse Edmondson. He's
The GOAT.
he's a
Great
real
guy.
one.
Great fella
But
there.
like he's invested a lot in us, which is I think without him, like we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
Yeah.
The whole point of this podcast is like a lot of the problems that high schoolers face don't get talked about enough. Like it's hard for high schoolers to communicate with people older than them. So we just kind of wanted to give y'all an outlet on how to overcome certain temptations that a lot of high schoolers face. Yeah.
Yeah.
For this podcast, the big things we're talking about temptations, whether it's pornography, judgment, there's 1,000 other things that as high schoolers we're going to encounter. And in high school, it's stereotypical to just do exactly whatever you want and just
Follow the crowd.
Yeah.
Yes,
as they say.
do exactly what they do. And so we're going to be talking about, we'll do specific episodes on different temptations we face and how you should respond to that. And one important thing especially is we are not going to be perfect.
Yeah,
That's
we're far from perfect.
Real.
All of us still struggle with pretty much everything we will be talking about, and we're not going to try and talk about it from a way of
Like, oh yeah,
Like,
we're
better.
perfect.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get better.
No.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
must do better. No, it's ourselves too.
Yeah.
And those won't be the other episodes. There will be other times where we can talk about different issues in the world and
Yeah.
kind of what we think about them.
I have a couple special guests as well.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Y'all may get to see the Jesse Edmondson.
One
But,
day.
Come on.
Yeah, but it's just like we're not perfect, and I think we're gonna learn a lot about how to overcome these temptations, like with y'all. So this is more of like a walk with each other type thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and talking about it also helps as well.
Yeah.
Helps us learn more.
Like Jack said, like we will be talking about like judgment and like lust and stuff like that. So it may get a little sensitive sometimes,
Yeah.
and like we're not gonna make you listen, but I think it'd be very beneficial for everyone, especially us, to like really dive deep. We're gonna go into scripture and just kind of like, because like if we just say like, hey, don't do this,
Yeah, how you're not gonna
Yeah.
take our
Yeah.
credit, you know.
so like we're gonna do our best to like find scripture that relates to this problem, and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, and even on top of that, he was talking about things getting sensitive, and it can be very hard to talk about. It's hard to be able to say, I have a problem with this, and I need to solve it. But I think especially like issues I've had, it's very, very important that you kind of are able to say, I have this problem, and I need to talk about it with someone, even if it's something I'm not proud of.
Yeah, I think that's definitely like the hardest thing for high schoolers to do is be like
Express their emotions.
Yeah, to go to like a trusted adult, because like in high school, like it'd be like if you're talking to other high schoolers, like they're just doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, I know that's wrong, but I don't have anybody else to talk to about it. So like I might as well go along with you.
Yeah.
So I think talking to people definitely has helped me. Like talking to my parents and talking to Jesse, like they have helped me so much with my walk. And
I agree.
I think that's very beneficial.
Definitely stuff I've been through that have people around me have helped me because I have like that kind of people to talk to, you know,
Yeah.
which definitely helps.
Yeah.
One episode, of course, will be about like being humble and being able to say that you do have a problem. And I know as high schoolers, being able to talk to someone is very important, and you have to be able to learn that it's okay to say I've done something wrong,
Or I'm
and
not
Your
okay.
ego can't be to the point to where you feel like you can't talk to anyone without them looking at you differently.
Yeah.
The people around you want to help you. They want to help you get over whatever the problem is in your life, and that's an important thing and an important first step that a lot of people struggle to take.
Yeah, I think like as you're going through high school, it can be like everybody will say they're a Christian, but nobody really cares about their faith because it's not. Let's be honest,
It's not a popular thing.
Yeah, it's not like the most important thing in the world to a high schooler. Like I know me for a long time, I was like, all that matters is sports. Like I
Yeah.
have to be the best I can possibly at sport.
Also,
Best
also that popularity factor where like some people want to be like
Yeah.
the most popular person, but
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and it's just like this is kind of like bleak, but like if you died tomorrow and you didn't take your faith seriously, like what happens then, right?
Yeah, everything's gone.
Yeah, so I think it's important for high schoolers to take their faith more seriously and like
Mhm.
put God above everything, because if you put God above everything, everything else will come with it.
Yeah.
It's
Let him lead you.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It can definitely be difficult.
And that's easier said than done
Yeah.
as well.
Much easier said than done.
And then don't even get me started on evangelizing in high school.
No,
It-
Lord.
Oh,
Definitely a difficult task.
Yeah. It's just we're
And I feel like also we're kind of lucky because I feel like, yeah, there's not a lot around here, but there's definitely more here than around other places.
yeah.
Like, I feel like Bossier, like Shreveport, we have a pretty heavy like Christian like population.
Yeah.
You know?
And like we said earlier, like people like Jesse, just like they like without Jesse, like the idea of a podcast would be
Not even-
probably a dumb idea to me. I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
but
something completely foreign.
yeah, but like yeah, that's
Yeah. Anyway, so one thing especially was finding the right person. As we said, Jesse is the biggest for us, and we happen to all get very lucky that he was involved in our lives. And
Mhm.
yeah for
the
sure.
other two guys beside me are put in my life.
Aw.
And some people don't have that. And so, especially for me, with how we were acting as high schoolers and the expectations and preventing yourself from doing something that you shouldn't be, I think this
It's
will
definitely
eventually be
hard.
an episode.
Yeah.
But surrounding yourself with the right people, it's very,
that's-
very, very difficult.
I'd say that's probably step one.
Yeah,
Is to
Absolutely.
100%.
find people that care about their faith and find a mentor like Jesse who will walk you along. I think getting involved in a church, like obviously if we go to South Bossier Baptist, and like it has quite literally changed my life. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, just finding someone who can help you on your walk is step one, and then you can work on opening up to them and talking to them about stuff, and yeah, just getting in the word,
Mm-hmm.
getting in the word, man.
Yeah, getting in the word. Yeah. Especially, it's a lot easier with a group of people too, because they hold you accountable of those things,
Yeah.
and especially when you have a not like bigger group of friends, but when you have a group of friends that are more like driven towards their faith, they'll invite you to go do things that involve the Lord and help you learn more about Him.
Jack and Preston have called me on more things than I can think of, and they're just like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, why are you
Yeah.
doing this? Stop."
And the same thing goes for each of us. Like
Mm-hmm.
Gavin especially, he has called me on a lot. I have a lot of issues that I have struggled with and still continue to struggle with.
Me
And
too. Me too.
at least once a week, it's, dude, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, like you got to stop, bro.
Yeah.
I'll catch myself doing it sometimes. Like I'll be like, "Why did I do that? Why did I think that?" Like,
Somebody stop this, man.
no facts.
Yeah, it's just like nobody, like everybody talks about like, oh, I'm gonna get right when I get older. I'm gonna
Mhm.
get right with God when I get older.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
and then
it's just like you got like this is such an important thing to put off, and it's just you need to be able to like having a relationship with God is very important,
Mhm.
especially in a high schooler's life because you're dealing with a lot. Like nobody likes to say that. Like adults are like, you aren't dealing with that much. Like the real world
Yeah.
is so much harder, but like there's a lot of stress
Like,
on high schoolers,
mental,
sure.
like
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
especially like when you get older and you're like, what college am I going to go to? I have to have these grades. I have to have these extracurriculars.
Yep.
Like, am I even going to get in? Like, it's stuff like that. And that can really put a lot of stress on you. And that stress is a big factor and it can lead you into temptation.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need to be able to be wary about that and
yeah,
watch.
like other ways out of
Yeah.
it, like instead of God, because there's a lot of things that I've been through that like I couldn't have got through without God.
Yeah.
Like especially like if I would have tried to use like outside sources, like that still wouldn't have helped me. Like it's so much easier when you have like a steady walk with God.
Yeah. And like one of my favorite verses is Philippians 4:13, and it's obviously because I'm an athlete, but like it's taken out of context a lot because it's like if I have like the verse is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and a lot of people take that like, oh, with God I can win this game.
Yeah, with God I could do a backflip.
Yeah, that's not how it works. What the verse really means is with God you have the ability to get through the good and the bad times, and that's just a huge verse. That's why I wear it. Like I have a bracelet about it, and it's just like that's probably why it's one of my more favorite verses in the Bible.
Yeah.
Cool. Next, I think we're talking about what high schoolers face every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how we look at it like from our perspectives
Yeah.
and stuff.
Does anyone want to do just a couple of brief topics? and things?
Yeah. One of the main things that I face daily is like going out to practice. Like, obviously, I'm around a lot of teenage boys who
Mm-hmm.
obviously are very into the world, and it can be hard for me not to sink down to their level. And I've really been struggling with that lately, especially because like we're in the middle of our season and there's a lot of pressure to do well and make playoffs, and it's just like trying to keep like show that I am a follower of God and not
Get sidetracked.
yeah, like that.
And I think especially with hanging out with other guys and stuff like that, you tend to be more likely
Acceptable.
Yeah.
susceptible to like cursing is a big thing for me, and I'm still trying to work on that.
Me
Like,
too.
language and how you talk about things is very important, and it is very important as to how you're perceived to everyone else in the world.
James talks about that in the book of the Bible. James,
Tells you to watch your tongue.
yeah, the tongue is the most dangerous weapon.
It
Yeah.
definitely is.
And like not even just language, like how you talk about other people.
Yeah,
That's a big one. That's a
Not
big one.
uncommon
That's a
to
big one.
Hear someone say,
yeah. We're
"Oh wow, she's so fine," something like that.
Or it could be a negative thing.
Or yes,
Like,
there's a lot
yeah,
of
that
different
guy
ways.
should probably.
Lose some weight
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
But so we're definitely gonna do an episode about like just judging people and like how you should,
Like instead of judging people, help them, you know.
yeah, and like make sure that before you judge others that like,
You're right
that
with yourself.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you yourself are doing well. But yeah, are there any things that you face, Preston, that are?
I'd say like a big thing was cursing. Like I feel like that's a big thing. Like especially once you fall into it, it's such like a bad habit to break. I've definitely gotten a lot better. Another one of the things is definitely like people around me. Like I
Yeah.
feel like especially in school, it's like you walk into a bathroom and there's just a group of people and they're like, "You want to hit it?" Obviously, I say no. But it's like every time, and like there's a lot of people who do fold under that. Like, oh yeah, sure.
like
Or,
what's
like,
one time?
Yeah, what's one
Just
time?
once, yeah.
Exactly. Just one time, I won't do it again, and then they end up falling into that addiction.
Yeah, I think one of the major things. This is just another point for me. Like one of the major things among high school boys is definitely lust.
Oh yeah.
I think,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a hard one to talk about too, like with other people, like about how to stop. But
And sometimes I'll be like, no, I don't do that.
yeah, and like they're like, I don't have a problem. Like I can
Mm-mm.
stop when I want to. But
Mhm.
like watching porn and stuff like that can.
Oh
be
yeah,
an
I'll quit
addiction.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can
just
be
one
an
more time.
addiction.
Yeah, this last time, I swear.
And I think on top of that, it goes more than just pornography.
Yeah.
Pornography is a very big thing, and it's something that I used to struggle with, and thankfully, I'm better about now. But like, it goes further. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
hanging out with females and other people that are
Or looking at them a certain
looking
way.
at them in a way.
Especially when you
is bad.
watch that kind of stuff, you definitely start to like
Like
Like-
your like not your standards, but like you definitely think
You
like
think different.
your
Yeah.
outlook on women is like
you start to objectify
mhm,
them more,
Exactly.
and that can be a huge problem. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Absolutely. And
Um,
another big thing, relationships will probably be an episode of its own.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
avoiding lust in a relationship is also
Quite
very,
quite
very,
the
very
challenge.
Yeah.
I must admit.
challenging.
Yeah.
We I think I'm the only one in this room in a relationship right now.
All
I
right.
think-
All right. All right.
That's true.
It's a touchy subject
Yeah.
there.
But
It's okay.
But
One
yeah,
day, Jack. One day.
we're
that's
we're definitely gonna hit a few major points, and I think we'll have like a few other episodes just about like stuff that not a lot of people struggle with, but definitely need to be addressed. And then, like Jack said, we're gonna talk about some like just world events, like nothing too political. We're not gonna get too political on this podcast.
Let's not go that
But
far.
like just like stuff that high schoolers like would view and be like, oh dang, and like music and social media and stuff like that. Like those will have their own like little
Separate
section.
episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I think.
Definitely gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot, and I hope y'all learn a lot. But yeah,
I think that's it.
yeah, that's pretty much all we have. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Hey. But yeah, episodes will come out every Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well,
Sunday to
do
like
Sunday recording.
s-
Monday
yeah,
release.
it's
Yeah,
like
Sunday
Sunday to like Tuesday. Is
episodes will
probably
be
gonna the release date.
posted on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. If y'all have any questions, just leave a comment. We'll try to address them. Yeah.
Subscribe.
See ya.